On the 26th of June 1959 in Papua New Guinea, a spectacular UFO sighting was seen by Father William Gill, an Australian Anglican missionary, along with 37 members of his Boianai mission. 24 hours later, the UFO sightings escalated when Gill and about 38 teachers from the mission experienced about 4 hours of UFO activity. They observed a bright white light in the northwestern sky, which appeared to be approaching the mission and hovered about 100 metres up. It was a large disc-shaped object that was solid and circular with a wide base and narrower upper deck. The object appeared to have 4 legs underneath it. There also appeared to be about 4 portals on the side of the object which seemed to glow a little brighter than the rest. At a number of intervals, the object produced a shaft of blue light which shone upwards into the sky at an angle of about 45 degrees. What looked like men came out of the object onto what seemed to be a deck on top of it. Then the shaft of blue light and the men disappeared. The object then moved through some clouds. Father Gill felt that what he observed was at times absolutely breathtaking. Amazingly, there was a repeat performance the following night where a large UFO was sighted by a woman called Annie Laurie at 6 p.m. in the same position. She then called out to others who observed the same humanoid figures. It appeared to be the same object that was seen the previous night, which they felt could have been the mothership. 2 smaller UFOs were seen at the same place, stationary. One above the hills west, another overhead. On the large ship, 2 of the figures seemed to be doing something near the centre of the deck and were occasionally bending over and raising their arms as though adjusting or setting up something. One figure seemed to be standing looking down at them. She then waved at them, and to her surprise, the figures waved back. Another person then decided to wave both his arms over his head. Then the 2 aliens did the same. Then everyone started frantically waving, and again the aliens responded to their movements. As it got dark, they brought out their torches and directed a series of long flashes towards the UFO. After a minute or two, the UFO acknowledged by making several wavering motions back and forth. Waving by them was repeated, and this followed by more flashes of torch. Then the UFO slowly became bigger, seemingly to come in their direction. After perhaps half a minute, it stopped. After a further 2 minutes, the figures disappeared below deck. At 6:25 p.m, 2 figures reappeared to continue their work. A blue spotlight came on for a few seconds, twice in succession. Reverend Gill then described how he and the mission people shouted at them and beckoned them to descend, but there was no response. The 2 smaller UFOs higher up remained stationary. The UFO returned on the Saturday night. Because the whole saga appeared to be non-threatening, there was nothing eerie or otherworldly about any of it, where it felt as ordinary as seeing a car. It looked a perfectly normal sort of object, but was definitely a flying saucer. Gill also felt it was a craft of some kind that could have been built by the Americans or even the Australians. The figures inside looked human, and he thought they were human, that if we got them to land, we would find the pilots to be ordinary Earthmen in military uniforms, and we would have dinner with them. At 6 p.m, the large UFO was still present, but appeared somewhat smaller. Later that night, the sky was covered in cloud, and nothing else was seen that evening. Then at 10:40 p.m, a very penetrating, ear-splitting explosion woke everyone up. Nothing could be seen, and the whole sky was overcast. It seemed the visitors had gone.